Okay, put this back down.
Okay, I got you. Got you.
Oh my God, I hope I don't piss myself at the altar.
It's seconds before Baylen's about to walk down this aisle, and she's struggling with her own emotions and ready to faint.
Yeah, she's ready to faint.
Imagine being seconds away from walking down the aisle, already overwhelmed, already trying to keep your body and emotions from going into overdrive, and then blurting out the one word guaranteed to make an entire wedding party lose it. That is basically the emotional chaos TLC is teasing from Baylen and Colin's wedding on Baylen Out Loud. Because right before one of the biggest moments of her life, Baylen is visibly nervous. The veil is on, the flowers are ready, Colin is waiting, her family is trying to keep her grounded, and Baylen sums up the pressure with one brutally unfiltered fear. I hope I don't piss myself at the altar. Then comes the moment people online cannot stop talking about. In the middle of all that anxiety, Baylen suddenly yells, "Penis!" And somehow, instead of destroying the emotional moment, it almost makes the whole thing more human. That is the part I think people are missing. On the surface, TLC absolutely knows what it is doing here. You put a nervous bride under a veil, cut between teary-eyed family members, show Colin getting emotional, and then drop that unexpected outburst right in the middle of it. That is reality television editing gold. You have comedy, vulnerability, romance, tension, and unpredictability all happening within seconds. But underneath the funny clip is something much more interesting. Baylen is walking into one of the most structured social situations imaginable. A wedding ceremony is basically a giant list of expectations. Walk at the correct speed, stand in the correct place, say the correct words, smile at the correct time, try not to cry too much, try not to mess anything up. Now, imagine entering that environment while knowing that heightened emotion can make your tics more noticeable. Suddenly, that little joke about hoping nothing embarrassing happens at the altar does not feel like just a joke anymore. It feels like Baylen trying to release some pressure before the pressure releases itself. And the reactions from viewers tell you exactly why this scene works. A huge number of people were not mocking her, they were laughing with her. One viewer said they loved how the clip goes from Baylen yelling the word to people crying. Others praised how supportive Colin and Baylen's parents appeared, with several viewers specifically noticing how emotional Colin looked. And Colin may actually be the quiet center of this entire scene. Because watch the dynamic. Everybody around Baylen is focused on helping her get through the next 30 seconds. Breathe, stay calm, keep moving, you can do this. Meanwhile, Colin is on the other side waiting for her, and viewers immediately noticed his reaction. One commenter pointed out his quivering lip, while another said it was obvious how much the two of them love each other. That matters because reality television loves turning relationships into tests. Can this person handle the other person? Can they survive the stress? Is somebody secretly having doubts? But this preview does not really play as Colin is wondering whether Baylen will make it down the aisle. It plays like he understands exactly who is coming down that aisle. And there's a difference. Now this is where the comment section gets interesting, because not everybody interpreted Baylen's parents helping her as supportive. Some viewers thought her parents were actually adding to the stress by repeatedly checking on her. One person said the constant questions might make it harder for Baylen to focus, while another simply described the behavior as too much hovering. And that's a fair discussion to have. When somebody you love is anxious, there's a very thin line between supporting them and accidentally reminding them every 5 seconds that they're anxious. Are you okay? Are you sure? Breathe. Are you okay now? Sometimes that helps. Sometimes it becomes another thing the person has to process. But I also think viewers need to remember that we're watching an edited television sequence. We see the most emotionally intense pieces because those are the pieces that make the final cut. We're not necessarily seeing every quiet moment before and after. And speaking of editing, hold on to this detail. TLC could have promoted this wedding with nothing but glamorous shots. The dress, the flowers, the aisle, Colin waiting at the altar. They did not. They leaned straight into Baylen saying she was afraid something embarrassing might happen. That tells you what the producers understand about why people connect with her. Perfect Baylen is not the product. Unfiltered Baylen is. That's why the outburst doesn't ruin the wedding preview. It becomes the wedding preview. And there's something refreshing about that. Reality television weddings are usually edited like royal ceremonies until somebody starts screaming at the reception. This one appears to be saying from the beginning this ceremony is going to happen on Baylen and Colin's terms. Not everybody online was kind about it, of course. Some commenters questioned why the couple didn't choose a smaller ceremony, while others criticized Baylen far more harshly. But another viewer made what may be the strongest point of the entire discussion. Sharing an imperfect, vulnerable moment publicly can itself be a demonstration of resilience. And that may be why this scene is hitting people. Baylen is walking towards Colin after somehow becoming less Baylen. She's walking towards him exactly as herself. Nervous, emotional, unpredictable, funny, and very clearly aware that absolutely anything could come out of her mouth before she reaches that altar. The question is whether viewers see that moment as something embarrassing that needed to be controlled or something authentic that never needed to be hidden in the first place. Because judging from Colin's reaction, he seems far less concerned about getting a picture-perfect bride than getting Baylen. And maybe that's the real love story here. What do you think? Were Baylen's parents giving her exactly the support she needed, or did all that hovering actually make the moment more stressful? And do you think TLC handled this scene with heart, or knew that one perfectly timed outburst would instantly go viral? Drop your take in the comments, hit like if you're following Baylen and Colin's story, and subscribe to Truth Talk Tribe because something tells me this wedding finale is going to give us plenty to talk about.